right here before your eyes. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce the participants. About to come down the aisle, let's hear it for Dixon.
Connor the Caveman Dixon. He's all cleaned up. Last time I saw him, he had a full beard. He really looked like a caveman. But listen, he's
changing the mantra up.
Yes. Just opened his own school down in Franklinville, New Jersey, the Cave. Nice facility, and he's got kids program, women's program, and jiu-jitsu is his life now, man. That's his lifestyle, and he's about to have a baby pretty soon with his partner, Jennifer, and yeah, they are.
That's awesome, Bob. You did your research, my man.
I talked to Connor this week, so I'm up to date on Connor.
That's great, man.
Bellator veteran, and like I said, he likes to compete and find the toughest.
Now, please welcome to the mat, Daukaus.
Anyway, Connor Dixon likes to grapple with the toughest competition he can find.
No doubt about it.
Up steps Kyle Daukaus, UFC veteran. 10 career submissions, 6 by the Darce choke, hence the Darce Knight nickname. And this should be an interesting one. Both are high-level crafters. I like to call you guys crafters. There's a craft. Artists, crafters, both high-level guys, and both take pride in their skills and their work ethic. This is a good one.
I couldn't agree more. I've actually rolled with both of these guys, and they both smashed me, Bob. So I'm excited to see what they do to each other.
I'm not going to say I'm surprised for some reason, Brad.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Ground Zero Grappling, I am pleased to present to you the final match of the evening. Make some noise, everybody, and stand on your feet. Let's go. Everybody up on your feet. Nobody should be sitting. Everybody stand. It is now time for the final match of the night. Stand. Pay homage to these two great fighters who made it all the way to the final bout because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It is a black belt match set for 8 minutes of grappling, and it is for the vacant Ground Zero Light Heavyweight Black Belt Championship. Introducing to you first, challenger number 1, out of the blue corner to my left. He represents the Cave Grappling Club. He's dressed in all black, and he's known as the Caveman. Let's hear it for Connor Dixon!
Nice.
He is our opponent out of the red corner to my right. He represents Martinez, BJJ. He stands tall with blonde hair and in all black. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Darce Knight. He is Kyle Daukaus.
Man. Shout out to Chuck. Great introduction.
The referee for this main event championship contest is Jeff Chrisman.
Chuck did a great introduction for those guys there. Shout out to Chuck.
These guys have rolled together in the past. Connor was very confident when I spoke with him. He felt that, he was the better, jiu-jitsu practitioner. We will see.
Only time will tell here.
Yes. He's taken on Kyle Myers, Kyle Hughes, and
Cockle Jiu-Jitsu just recently.
Right. So he doesn't say no to anybody, man. He takes the highest. That's why I love the sport. Guys like that. Connor's like, give me the toughest guy you can find.
I think they found a really tough one today in Kyle Daukaus.
Absolutely.
Yeah, both of these guys pretty strong wrestling, and like you said, both pro fighters. So this is a pretty incredible thing to see.
And listen, Kyle's had his brother his whole life to grapple with all the time and learn the sport, and his brother's always been bigger than him, so it's kind of gives him to help him get stronger. Of course, we're talking about his brother Chris Daukaus, the UFC veteran heavyweight fighter.
You got that shoulder
Both of those guys, stalwarts, been with Martinez, BJJ their whole career.
Ooh,
Are really,
yep.
really important members of the MMA community and some of the best fighters that ever come out of the city.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Really strong, heavy collar ties from these guys too. They're treating each other really. They're laughing now, but man, they're not being nice to each other, Bob. Ooh, he's just smushed his face there. Connor, and Kyle both kind of just really heavy collar ties, trying to just beat the other down, doing whatever they legally can in the grappling match.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
I feel like we need a couple other people up on the stage. Daukaus with the almost takedown.
All right, looks like they're resetting the time.
Butterfly overhooks. Yep. Yep.
Brad, talk to me about that, the butterfly open hook. What is the rule set with that? After a certain amount of time, there's no takedowns?
Well, one reason to kind of concede to that position is because you can open up different attacks from there. There's a lot of leg locks that we've been seeing popularized from there lately, Bob.
And look at Kyle looking for that Darce choke.
Yeah, there it is. Just like you said at the Darce night. How many did you say he got?
Out of 10 careers professional submissions, 6 of them are by the Darce.
Yep.
And you know what's funny is Connor had told me he was literally starting training sessions with his being put in the Darce because he knew what he was looking for. So he's literally started.
Oh man, Connor's red like a cherry too. His face, he's not feeling comfortable with those Darce. But he made it out, gritted through it. Looking for a leg entry. So here's kind of what I was mentioning, Bob. When you start on the bottom, it allows you to open up the legs here. Got about 5 minutes left in the match. But yeah, you see Connor kind of setting up what appears to be like a backside 50-50. It's kind of a weird configuration. It's kind of hard for me to say from here. It's almost hard to see whose feet are whose. Ooh, and Connor looking for what might be a toe hold, but Kyle's able to slip out. Ooh, slips on that brand new canvas. Hard to keep the traction there. Man, these guys are right up in the camera as well. I think the ref is going to reset them in the center. Man, fireworks for this last match of the day.
Winding down to 4 minutes left in this black belt main event, and for a belt as well. Connor Dixon, Kyle Daukaus. Dixon working for that single leg, but Daukaus successful getting it out.
About 3 minutes 30 left in the round. So it looks like what Connor looks like he's setting up is called a false reap, but I think he just abandoned it there. That's kind of a new thing we're seeing more like this year. It's a very interesting leg entanglement. I saw it popularized by ADCC veteran Kieran Kitchik.
And now Kyle right here is, thought he was going to look for the back there for a second, Brad, but I didn't think he wanted to commit.
Yeah, it looks like Kyle's kind of taking his time. It looks like he's just trying to get out of this interesting kind of setup that Connor has. Like, it looks like Connor's got some kind of rubber guard thing set up, but I don't know what. Yeah, Kyle's just looking to get a pass here through. Now he's got to deal with that half guard of Connor. About 2 minutes 30 left to work. Kyle looking really strong on top. Ooh, I like this from Kyle. He's kind of just using that choke, like just a one-handed choke to frame. Oh, I like the knee cut pass attempt from Kyle Daukaus there as well. Connor Dixon with a nice closed guard, opening it up, looking for another leg entry. Connor really wants a leg lock on Kyle. I think that might be his plan. Maybe that's what he was doing in the room, saying, you know, he's a really tough opponent. This might be one of the only ways I can get the submission on him.
In our interview on my MMAnews.com, he did tell me he thought his leg attacks were stronger, but as Kyle escapes there and into the side control, and Kyle is trying to pass that guard and looking pretty good.
So I think someone in Kyle's corner yelled Estima. They told him to do an Estima lock there. Kyle taking his time, though. I think Kyle is looking for something specific. He doesn't want to just go straight into Connor's game. I like this body lock that Kyle has. He might be able to leverage that into a stronger position where he might be able to find something. Ooh, it looks like he's securing, oh, I thought he was going to try to maybe shotgun Connor's arm and look to target that, but maybe not. 1 minute remains.
Easy, don't give him anything, don't give him anything. Pressure back on.
Yeah, Kyle looking really strong here with this base. He's just making it really difficult to get leg lock. Connor's having a hard time finding a target, but Kyle, I thought, was going to go for a toe hold there for a second.
Final 40 seconds of this main event here, Ground Zero Grappling 5.
Kyle wants to pass so bad here. Oh, and it looks like Connor's able to enter in on a leg, finally. It looks like, oh man, it almost looked like he had an outside heel hook there, but Kyle was in good shape. Yep, managed to get out of that pretty quickly. Very effective leg lock defense from Kyle Daukaus. Very impressive jiu-jitsu. Kyle has one leg on top of Connor's there. Oh, and here's the Darce. 10 seconds remain. Can he finish the Darce in less than 10 seconds? Oh my God! Kyle Daukaus finishes Connor Dixon with a Darce choke, ladies and gentlemen, with less than 10 seconds on the clock. What an incredible match. My God, these guys really pushed the pace for 8 minutes. Kyle Daukaus won with less than 10 seconds on the clock with a Darce choke. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? UFC vet still got it. Oh, and it looks like he's getting a belt today, ladies and gentlemen. How great, man. What a great way to end the night. That was like a nail biter right down to the last seconds of the match. Awesome match, man. What a great event we had today. Ground 05. Very exciting match. And I think we're going to have a little interview. Bob Maloney's going to head up there and interview the fighters.
This contest came to an end at 7 minutes and 51 seconds. Your winner by submission and new Ground Zero Grappling Light Heavyweight Black Champion,
Kyle Daukaus for the win, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent match.
Kyle, man, congratulations. Listen, anytime you compete, you want to win. You came in, did your thing, great job. Took to the last 10 seconds to wrap it up, but of course, the Darce light comes through. Talk us through.
That was a good match. Connor's an excellent opponent, great back from that good match. He's been big on time to train as well, so it's good to get this one this weekend.
Been in the gym, still working. Hopefully, you're going to be getting back in the cage anytime soon.
Yeah, we're going to fight coming on soon at PA. Nothing signed, but it's a definite. So once I sign it, we should be able to.
Well, there's a lot of fans out here, myself included. You and your brother are two icons in town, in the city. Two of the best fighters. Look forward to the rest of your career, Kyle. Give it up, Kyle Daukaus!
Once again, congratulations to Kyle Daukaus, the very first ever Ground Zero Grappling Black Belt Light Heavyweight Champion. What a great contest. It was exciting all the way up until the very end. Ladies and gentlemen, did you guys have a good time here tonight? We certainly hope that you had fun. We want to thank you for coming out and joining us here.